Welcome to the first in a series of videos documenting my journey to the New York Marathon in November this year. My aim is to share my progress so that you can see what I go through each week to get there, show you the reality, the ups, the downs of what it takes to be consistent, and follow a training plan as best as possible with the usual life commitments like family and work. Most importantly, to be honest with you about how I feel each week, because as much as I like running, there are days when I really have no interest or motivation, and I can procrastinate like the best of them. There have been a number of times that my wife has shouted at me to leave the house. I think she means to go running, as she normally lets me in when I get back, thankfully. I run my own business and I have a young family, so demands on my time are very high from the moment I'm awake to the moment I fall asleep. And therefore I really have to plan carefully how I'm going to fit in a training plan of this magnitude. I'm very lucky. I work for myself. I work from home most of the time. I do visit clients on site on occasion, but the majority of the time I am at home. So that helps a lot. It generally means during my average working day that I'm running at lunchtime, unless I'm lucky enough that I have no meetings first thing. And that means I tend to eat at my desk, but working for myself means I don't really work a 9 to 5. So I am very, very lucky. It does tend to mean I may start work early or work late to fit everything in, but so far, aside from the odd client visit, I am pretty much able to fit the training in as I need. I'm following a 16-week plan, similar to the ones found on Runner's World. I'll actually add the link to the description so that you can go and see that. It's an advanced level plan, and that's because I'm trying my level best. It's probably going to take me another 18 months to a year to achieve a sub 3 hour. It's not something I've managed before, and my PB is just under 20 minutes off of a 3 hour at 3:18. So I've got a lot of work to do, but the plan is aspirational. I'm largely sticking to the mileage and not worrying too much about the target times that it says, purely because I'm not fit enough yet. But hopefully by the time I get to the marathon, I'd have lifted my fitness that then, fingers crossed, next year when I look to do Berlin, which is a good PB course for a lot of people, where the world record is, fingers crossed I can be in very good shape by then, that I can break that sub 3. And you'll see a very extensive training montage when the time comes of videos that help me get to that target. So this is week 1, and I've run 6 sessions in total, just under 38 miles overall, with my long run on Sunday of just over 12 miles. In terms of what I've done recording this week, there's not a great deal to show you. I haven't videoed as much this week, but we did take part in the Dartford Park Run on Saturday, and I'll put a link in to that video. You can see that I produced separately. I ran that with my wife. That was very enjoyable, my first park run ever. So there'll be a lot more of those in the diary, I think, just to test what I'm capable of doing, and they're a good measure of how your performance is improving, because it's a distance you can truly race strong. So yeah, look out for more of those. They'll come as and when I do them. So over the next 16 weeks, you'll see how I progress. You'll see what goes well, what doesn't go well. I think it's safe to say that every time I train for an event like this, I learn something new, and I've got some other videos coming with some of those tips to help you get the most out of your running from my experience, and hopefully stop you from making some of the mistakes, some of the errors that I've done in the past that I've managed, thankfully, to learn from. And yeah, just stick with me and feel free to share your opinions in the comments. I'm really interested if any of you are training for a marathon and what you're doing. So I think this is a good place to share and learn, because we never stop doing that. While I've been chatting, you can see footage of my long run on Sunday. A little bumpy, I can only apologise. It's actually quite difficult to film while you're running. and I certainly don't stop to do anything scenic. But yeah, it gives you an idea of the effort that goes into training for a marathon. And there's a lot of that, and there's a lot of monotony, there's a lot of pounding the pavements and the roads, but consistency gets results. Stick at it.